Well, hello, everyone. This is Rick Dwyer, Chief Operating Officer at Tactive. I am here with Tony Rolans, strategist for CMS. And Tony, I'm coming to you from Chicago today, so I'm going to be putting myself on mute from time to time, so you don't hear the background music that's playing in the restaurant. So, Tony, why don't you go ahead and go over some things that you've noticed in the market here recently and how you think they're going to be affecting the markets going forward?
Was labor market was the big news items last week. We got a good jobs number. However, if you dig a little bit deeper into the numbers, it showed that the labor force participation rate actually fell rather than rose. And so it implies that there were more jobs, but it was perhaps more people getting multiple jobs rather than actually increasing the number of people in the workforce. So that was a little bit concerning. Not too concerning by itself, but when you add in that unemployment claims are starting to rise, still at a very healthy level, but they are starting to rise. And then also the quits rate is actually came off a little bit, and as we know that people generally only quit their job when it's likely that they're going to get a more lucrative one. So it's still okay, but there is starting to see some cracks under the surface.
So are we seeing some sort of rotation in the workforce right now? People trying to migrate from one job to another? I actually know someone who tried to get a raise where she was. They wouldn't give it to her. She would put her resume online and she doubled her salary by going to a different company. Do you think we're seeing some of that right now?
Yeah, absolutely. I think the looking at data from ISM and it just going back for longer than I can remember, several years, it's not so much a shortage of workers, it's a shortage of talented, skilled workers, and they're going to continue to be in high demand. But yeah, definitely. But I do think that pool is starting to shrink. But yeah, it's the future is definitely, it still looks okay, but I'm watching it closely.
Well, the other thing that I think we're starting to see is a kind of a fall off in some of the commodity prices. But that kind of makes me think that maybe some of the demand for these products is falling off as well, which could be rippling through the economy, meaning it's slowing down. Are you seeing anything in the commodity numbers to give you any kind of insight as to whether we're just seeing a normalization of commodity prices or in fact something else?
The commodities like equities, they anticipate future growth and future stagnation. So yeah, there was almost all the commodity groups were in the red last week, and I think that you're right. I think that that's part of it was that energy probably did get way too extended from its averages. But it could also be another sign of upcoming stagnation as economies seem to slow. There's certainly some concerning activity going around the world with the number of prime ministers and leaders of countries that have either decided to resign or been thrown out. So I can't remember who exactly came up with a song, but there's something happening here. That seems to be what I'm thinking. There's something going on, and it doesn't appear to be good.
Yeah, I guess we're going to get some more indications this week. I think we have earnings reports coming out, which I think we're going to, well, not me, but I think the anticipation is that we're going to start to see some misses on some earnings, and the futures this morning at least are showing down in anticipation of that. And I guess we'll get some clarity on the PPI numbers coming out. Any thoughts on that?
No, I think you're right. All eyes are on earnings coming up, and I'm with you. I think it's going to be a challenging quarter, and we'll just we're positioned defensively, and we're just going to continue with that hand until the weight of the evidence shows otherwise.
Great. Well, Tony, thank you for being with us. But as normal, every week, how would you wrap up the week? Are you bullish, bearish, or neutral?
It was a very positive week last week, but I remain. I'm a disciplined investor, so I'm remaining bearish, unfortunately.
Well, it is what it is, and we make our decisions based on what we see, not on what we hope. So, hey, Tony, once again, thanks for coming on. And advisors, if you have any questions or would like to talk with Tony about his strategies, feel free to reach out to him. Tony, have a great rest of your week, and we'll look forward to speaking to you at the end of the week.
You too. Great. Thanks a lot, Rick. Take care.
You're welcome.